To answer the first question, why do I make Fanvids? Well, I think the obvious answer to that is I just enjoy it. I just enjoy, spending time, killing time when I can to make the Fanvids that I feel are gonna be a hit with the viewers, with my subscribers. There have been Fanvids that I've created in the past year, in the past few months, that people, my subscribers, fellow fans of the stuff that the Fanvids are based on, have enjoyed. But I've also done some Fanvids they kind of find questionable, But I do explain to them that sometimes I think the song's saying something else, and I don't really, know it's going to say this or it's going to say that. So it does come out as a bit of a surprise to them. So, but for an example is, for the fans, one of the questionable Fanvids I did was a Fanvid based around the Sonic Girls characters, and it was the song that I used called "Sexy Bitch," and I thought it meant. And I remember hearing this because for the first time. I was working with my brother. I was going to work with my brother-in-law and my niece, and I thought they were singing. I thought they were saying "sexy chick." I didn't think it meant "sexy bitch." So, and I explained that in my description. So, but again, the reason I like doing Fanvids though is because it's to me it's it's an escape. And it gives me something to do. I know a lot of people are critical about it. Sometimes they say, "Oh, well, I could do that. It's no big deal." Yeah, but here's the thing: you could do it, but do you show it? You see, that's the question. That's, I think, the question they need to answer. But for me, I enjoy doing Fanvids, and again, because like I say, it kills time and it lets me, escape for a while into my own little world. So. And then share it later on. Of course, it's all depending on whether or not the song's copyrighted and can be seen. But yeah, I just like doing Fanvids for the enjoyment, and for the fact that, like I said, it lets me escape. How long do I think the Mecha-Sally Arc will last in the comics? Well, that's kind of all depending right now exactly on what Ian Flynn has planned. I've come out and I've told a lot of people that even though I'm just one of those in the middle people, if you will, it doesn't mean I can't be critical about certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like. And I've come out and I've said that, look, I don't like what you've done with Sally, because myself and there are other fans out there that are not used to seeing her this way. They're not used to seeing her like this. I've come out and I've said, look, the last time she was roboticized was basically 201 issues before. Basically 200 issues before that. And that was only for half, from what I understand, from what I've read, because I've read the issue, half of the main story. And that was it. Nothing else. I'll give Ian credit. He's done a tremendous job in getting a lot of people to guess and wonder and try to figure out exactly when and where a restoration of some kind will occur. I'll be honest. I go to his Bumble King forums, his message boards, and there are some people there, like with the more recent Sonic Universe issue. There's a lot of people thinking, well, this one person that thinks this is not really Sally, that the real roboticized Sally's on the death egg still hidden somewhere. Some say that the power ring that Monkey Kong gave up to save her didn't really save her. It's just like a power source for her. It's like a living. It's like a life support for her. And some people are saying, oh, he modified Sally's. When he weaponized Sally, he modified her so she wouldn't be affected by the power rings. But from what I read, because I've read some snippets here and there, people would post, issues on YT and the DM, and to me, I truly think that it was, from what I've read, it was the power ring that got modified. It was not Sally's weaponized body. But again, how long do I think it's going to last? Well, a lot of people, like myself, are pretty much guessing it's going to kind of come to a conclusion or a climax of some kind going into next year, into 250th issue, if not sooner. Ian Flynn, though, is throwing out the little curveball, if you will, by saying, oh, well, I've got a plan for a lot sooner than that. Or not sooner, but a lot later than that. I've got things planned for beyond that. So, but my honest opinion is I feel we're going to get some kind of resolution, some kind of climax going into 250, maybe before that. And I feel she will be restored. I think it's going to be two steps. First, she'll be restored by free will, and then later on, like I said, probably during the climax, it'll be flesh and blood. And I truly believe she's going to change. She's going to have a bit of a personality change. Well, maybe not much of a personality change, but I think she's just going to be more determined, and that maybe she'll come to make an exception on Eggman. Like, they have this rule of, oh, we can't kill, we don't kill or anything, but in the exception of Eggman, we just may, But honestly, I truly believe it's going to be around 250, maybe before that, and maybe just a bit after it, but that's about it. Do I enjoy anime? Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, anime is a very unique kind of animation. Some people will say, oh, it's a cartoon and all that, but it all depends on the kind of anime you watch. I mean, if you watch the Stars documentary that they did a couple years ago, you'll come to realize that the anime explores all different kinds of genres or something like that. Genres. If I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry, but genres. It explores all different kinds of, sections and taste in film and television and even in cartoon and kiddie shows. It explores all these different sections, and I mean, it goes from, basically all their anime is basically on an equal basis, It's more like, okay, kiddie preschool animation is basically almost on the same level as adult animation in Japan. In fact, I think they said it best in the documentary. They said that adult animation in Japan, or adult anime in Japan, is commonplace. So it's, here in the States, no, it's not commonplace. But out there in Japan and in other countries, it is. The other thing I like about anime is, like I said, it's unique, and it all depends on exactly who is behind the creation of the anime. There's this one guy, I'll just call him OT for short, O.T, and who's known as the kind of like the godfather, the Walt Disney of anime in Japan. And this guy has, anytime, it's like anything he touches, it doesn't just turn to gold, but anything he touches becomes, you know, etched in your mind, because when you see it and you know he's behind it, or it's something of his creation, you say to yourself, you know, kind of like at times, what the blank did I just see? You know, what did I just, you know, WTF, what did I just see kind of deal. Because the visuals that he'll put in his animes will make you guess a little bit. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of animes he did that kind of gets you wondering exactly what was he thinking at that time. He did an adult anime, from what I understand, back in the 60s, which was his variation of 1001 Nights. The only difference with his variation was you had aliens, shape-shifting aliens. And you had this one female shape-shifting alien that had developed, I guess, affection and a crush and feelings for the Aladdin character or the Alibaba character or whatever in the film. And she went out of her way to kind of show that affection for him. I mean, she went out of her way by disguising herself as a horse. She went out of his way disguising herself as a spider, as a lioness, you know, you name it. And it was kind of, and what's funny about that is she had this comrade, if you will, this friend of hers that I guess is a male. He's a male shape-shifting alien, and I guess he kind of had a bit of jealousy or something like that, and he just wanted to get the job done and get out of there. But that was one of the uniquenesses about it. And if you want more information on it, you could just Google this along with any other film I mentioned, like Bandar book, The 1 Million Year Trip. This one was kind of unique because to me it was like a Superman story, but with a twist. Because like in the Superman origin, Superman, he landed on our world, on our planet, and was raised as a child. Here you've got this Bandar character that lands on an alien planet, ruled over and lived on by human shapeshifters. In other words, those that could shapeshift into anything. And his love interest happened to be a shapeshifter, and for most of the time throughout the film, she was kind of like in disguise of a shapeshifting bunny. So I think he kind of knew it was her, but didn't really know it was her. It's just anime like that that really, you know, gets me into it. And there's other kind of anime too. I mean, I like Revolutionary Girl Utena the movie. I mean, even though a lot of people look at that and say, "What the fuck did I just see here?" You know. But yeah, you know, basically at the last 20 to 25, 15 minutes of the film, they're like, "What the fuck am I watching?" kind of deal. So stuff like that. But I also have my favorites. You know, I like Naujika. I like the Naujika Blitz Tactics series. Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, is there. Cowboy Bebop. You know, just to name a few. So, but yeah, if you're wondering if I enjoy anime, yeah, I do.